Hey guys, this is our Nintendo reactions. Oh man, the Nintendo Direct was the one I was waiting for. Unfortunately, there was technical issues, so it skipped a lot of it. We had to rewatch it and everything. So if you notice that in our live reaction videos, but yeah. So, anyways, I'm just gonna come out and say this. Microsoft started off solid, even though their system is a piece of shit, but they actually had quite a few good games to show. Their conference was actually solid. Sony totally one-upped it and was near perfect, and Nintendo won. That's how it went. It went nothing but up, and I honestly say Nintendo just owned everyone because it was just games, and so like we got a huge ass list here.
Oh yeah.
Let's just start off with the first one.
Pokemon X and Y.
What's the big thing, like, that they announced?
A new type.
Yeah, it's been rumored for years. They always rumored, oh, there's going to be a light type, oh, there's going to be a sound type, oh, there's going to be a fairy type. The big one that's been rumored the past few months has been fairy. And it's true.
And they showed it, it was for Gardevoir they showed, it was for Jigglypuff.
Sylveon, the new Media Evolutions is the one that's introducing it. I guess she's the new fairy type. But they showed like I said, Gardevoir and Jigglypuff and stuff. They showed like Meryl. They showed like a little like just a small list, a couple of them that are going to be reclassified as fairy types. There's probably going to be one more than that. Like Clefairy's probably going to be one and everything.
I mean Clefairy. Hello. If it's not, it's like.
Yeah, but that would be.
And they showed. I think the new told the new region name. I can't remember the name of it right now, but.
No, they discussed the region name before though.
Oh,
I know they have. But because it's not our. The only thing as far as I know that was new that they showed is they showed
the Pokemon Anime thing.
That Pokemon Anime thing. Yeah, where you can like interact with them and everything. I think they talked about it before. I remember hearing something about it actually. Now that I think about it, I remember hearing about it that there'd be a new thing where to interact with your Pokemon for their happiness and stuff. But I don't think we've seen it until now. But it looks really interesting. I like it a lot. And then of course there was a couple new Pokemon. There was like that moth one, or butterfly, whatever it was one. And then there was another one. It was like a bird or something. I forgot.
But then like a bird dragon looking thing.
And then afterwards, they showed a couple other ones afterwards, and videos on the show floor and everything.
And if you're curious, the fairy type I think is strong against dragons.
Yes, it is super effective and immune, against dragons, which is actually nice because I guess they were doing that to counter dragons.
Because it wasn't only dragon and ice. That was okay. Yeah. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but.
Yeah, so they went, they talked about that, then they went directly into all their Mario stuff that they promised.
Super Mario 3D World.
Yes.
What he's been waiting for all this time.
Go
ahead.
Super Mario 3D Land was the Mario game I always wanted. It was a 3D Mario game that I figured, I grew up on Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World. I grew up on games like those. And Super Mario Bros. 3 was the first NES game, the first video game I actually ever played. It popped in the NES, and I liked that style, and I wanted it in the 3D ones. Super Mario 64 wasn't like that. Super Mario Sunshine was not like that, and Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 were not like that. Now, granted, those are not bad games. Those are all really, really amazing games, but it's still not the one. It's not the classic Mario style in 3D. It's just Mario in a different 3D. It's not going point A to point B, platforming levels. It's more or less like adventuring, exploring, finding items, collectathon sort of stuff, which is good. But like I said, it's not really what I wanted. And 3D Land delivered as far as what I wanted back in 2011 for the 3DS. And I know that the 3D Land team, the same team at the Galaxy, was making a new Mario game. They had actually announced that they were showing that. I did not expect it to be Super Mario 3D World. And the fact is, it's the first four-player 3D Mario game.
And get this.
So
the playable characters are, of course, Mario and Luigi, and then it's Peach. Peach is playable.
And Toad, yeah. And they're making it more like the Super Mario Bros. 2 with the how Toad's more of a very crappy jumper but fast runner. Peach has her hovering. Luigi's got how he's got the hover, like the fluttering kind of thing.
And Mario's, of course, your basic
all around basic one. Yeah, and they also did say it was on the show floor. They had asked. I think it was I'm not sure if it was Miyamoto or they asked someone. People asked questions. They were saying, well, if Peach is playable, who gets kidnapped? And they said they would not say right now the actual story. They're not talking story for the game. So who knows what the point of that is? But I mean,
my guess is Daisy, for all I know.
In the end though, it's
all about the gameplay.
Yeah, and yeah, it's all about the gameplay, and it looks good. They have a new cat suit, which you can climb on, and you can do all these like acrobatic, cat-like attacks with, which is amazing. I like how you can basically cheat on the flagpoles. And I'm like, oh, I missed the flag. No, I didn't. Run up. Ah, 1 up. There you go. 10,000 points. There you go. It's like, okay, but it looks amazing, and that 3D World is due out December, I think they said.
December, yes.
December, I think they said. So then they went straight to Mario Kart 8. They are calling it 8, so they're sticking with this why am I saying Roman numeral? They're sticking with the numbered titles. I don't know why I said Roman numeral, but this one takes all the elements. It's basically like you take Mario Kart Wii and you take Mario Kart 7, combine them, and you throw a bunch of anti-gravity crap. That's basically what they're talking about. Anti-gravity, like the tracks like twist and turn, and you like, and they're floating and everything, and you're driving. It's like Mario Galaxy Kart or something. Yeah. It's like, and it's
the cool thing is there's also the underwater sections. There's the
camp guys, from Mario Kart 7, and they brought back the bikes from the Mario Kart Wii, and the tricks, and the customization from Mario Kart 7. And the cool thing with underwater sections is there's not just regular underwater sections, but there's spots where the gravity holds the water in place, like in a tunnel. It's really weird and futuristic, and the actual visuals look very HD. It looks really, really weird, but really good for Mario Kart 7. And they did say it's going to have the best online as far as they said you'll be able to. They're going to make Mario Kart TV, which is going to be like this little TV channel through Miiverse, where you'll be able to see replays and game videos. You can upload your own videos to Miiverse, and it just looks all sorts of amazing. That they said that, however, is a 2014 game that comes out spring of 2014.
Right.
Speaking of Pokemon X, going back to Pokemon X and Y, they did say October 12th, I think, worldwide, everywhere, Europe, Japan, and America, all will get it. October 12th.
We Party U is next.
We Party U. Now, it looks good. I mean, I know not a lot of people care about these games, but I like stuff like that because it's like it reminds me of the Mario Party series. It's very quirky, and I love the Miis. I love it, and that was scheduled to come out in this summer, but now it's going to come out in October. I think they said.
Didn't they say like a later time though?
No, I think they said October. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Pretty sure it said October. Yeah, they said October. So. And they basically reiterate what they are. Said there's nothing really too new about it. They just show more footage. So there's going to be 80 new mini games, like there is with every party thing they always make. Mario Party, Wii Party, and that it was gonna they showed off like a crazy turbo mode for the freaking Boardland where you have like a dozen dice you throw all at once, and the guy skipped ahead like 30 spaces or something. It's crazy, but it looks interesting. I can't wait to get that.
Wii Fit U for those who like fitness stuff.
Yeah, it's once again just like Wii Party U. They're not these two titles they focused on, and they did focus on. They didn't focus on. They kind of talked about and showed some footage. And once again, it wasn't anything too new. They basically just apologized because those games were supposed to come out in the summer, and they had said Wii Party U. It's gonna have 80 new mini games. It's gonna have new modes and shit, and it's gonna be October. We need more time for it. And Wii Fit U, same thing. That's gonna be. They said. I don't think they gave an actual month for it. I think they said by holiday or by the end of the year or something. Yeah. Or no, maybe it was December. It might have been December too. I don't remember it. But all I know is by the end of the year.
Yeah.
But
they're talking about the pictures you see on the Miiverse with Art Academy, where they're doing an eShop for you can have pencils and chalk and
20 or 30
pastels.
20, 30 different colors as well to choose from. So that way it's basically an eShop version of Art Academy, which once again not my thing, but I know there are people that out there like that. Honestly, if I was a better artist, because I'm a terrible artist, if I was a better I would love to be a better artist. If I would, that would be something I'd probably download because I'm being completely honest. For all you people out there that draw that amazing shit on Miiverse, I'm jealous of you. I wish I could draw shit like that. That's amazing. And you'll be able to upload every single one of these to Miiverse in its native form, not just like the black and white the Miiverse has. You'll be able to upload it in color and everything, the exact way you drew it and stuff. So that's pretty sweet. No price, or I don't think did they say a date for it yet or
not yet?
I don't think
it's just in the future.
But
and then next they showed the montage of the third-party titles like It had the Batman, it had the
Deus Ex, Team Revolution,
some other ones.
Assassin's Creed, Skylanders, Swap Force, Disney, Planes, Disney, Infinity, all usual stuff. But
Sonic
the only
Lost World was in there also.
Yep, and that, like I said, it's just showing more footage. They didn't really talk about it. It was just in the reel, showing more footage. It's looking great. Sonic Lost World looks a lot like Sonic Extreme, the canceled game that was basically Mario Galaxy before Mario Galaxy ever came out. So good. So that's looking good as usual.
And the next is a whole bunch of eShop games, indie developers and whatnot.
Oh yeah, just like Sony did. That's going back to the whole indie developers, like Sony's conference and stuff, and Microsoft's conference and stuff. See, that's something where Microsoft failed at. Microsoft basically closed the door on indie. They basically closed them out. Sony and Nintendo came out and literally in like the past month or two, they both have come out and said, "Come on in, indies. Develop for your platforms. We'll let you self-publish. We'll let you do this." Both Nintendo and Sony, we'll let you, basically do whatever on our eShops, on our shops, basically make all these games, and that's what's going to be great. There's some multi-platform ones that that's on the PS4, like stuff like Oddworld and stuff. But they had a couple others.
Ballpoint Universe,
yeah, Ballpoint Universe, Cowboy Kingdom, yeah,
DuckTales, the Mutant Mudds Deluxe,
Oddworld, yeah,
Scram Kitty, Shovel Knight,
yep.
Spin Bottle.
All are looking good. The only one I may not touch is probably Cowboy Kingdom, because it's like I'm not that good at video games, and that's one of those throw your controller hard platformers.
In a World of Keflings.
Yeah, so they all look freaking good. So after that, they went to talking about Wind Waker HD. Once again, this time they actually got footage of it, and it looks beautiful in motion. They're talking about now. You can do off-TV play, which is awesome. New controls. They showed like a little bit of the interface, how you can map stuff to buttons, just like you could before. A lot of stuff staying the same, but the thing is they're making changes, of course, for the new hardware. Like for example, before the boat went so slow, and then because they had to load each segment of the ocean as you went towards it. This time they load the entire ocean at once, and now they give you, at some point in the game, you actually get a faster sail that makes you go entirely fast, which is
don't forget the tingle thing too.
The tingle tuner. Instead of a tingle tuner, because the Game Boy Advance, they are making the tingle. I forgot what it's called, like a bottle thing where you can do messages to send to Miiverse to get like I don't know if they said something like I don't know if it said like you can do like items or something with it or something. I don't know, but I know that it's going to do something different or something like that. But they did say that. And then also on the show floor, not the show floor, but the developer direct later, Aonuma talked about they might be switching up a little bit of the game, because like I know a lot of people complained about the Triforce fetch quest, because of how originally in the game they were supposed to have 2 more dungeons, but because of time constraints they got rid of them, and they did the fetch quest with the Triforce pieces where you have to go get the charts, pay thousands of rupees to get them fucking translated, and then go and find him at parts of the ocean. And Aonuma basically said he realized that people were frustrated, that took a long time. He didn't come out and say if they're gonna put like the dungeons they originally wanted to put back in there. And quite honestly, I doubt they're gonna do that, because the game has been finished this way for years, and I doubt they're gonna basically change anything that drastic. But I do think they're gonna do something to make that quest a little bit easier, because Aonuma did talk about it, so that's actually pretty sweet. They said that is coming in October as well. So we got October, we got Wii Party U, Zelda Wind Waker HD, and then October 12th is X and Y. So October is looking like the big month. And then
Wonderful 101.
Wonderful 101, yeah, basically, once again, more of the same. We already know pretty much all of the big stuff about it. It's coming September 15th, we already knew about that. But they did show, like, they did show, like, you can buy different skills and stuff with the money you get in the game and stuff, so it looks, you get a lot more customization aspect with it. You just showed a little more gameplay. The game's looking really good, from Hideki Kamiya, guy who made Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Okami, all amazing games the past couple generations.
Now here's one of the big ones next.
Yes. They Retro's project that they've been teasing for a while came totally out of left field, because I was expecting, like, people were expecting Metroid. Some people, like myself, was expecting like a Star Fox, or maybe a F-Zero, but I wasn't really thinking F-Zero, or maybe a new IP. I was thinking something out there more serious, less wonky. But no, they're making a sequel to Donkey Kong Country Returns, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Yeah, and it looks amazing. Wii U comes out this November, I think they said.
Yes.
I think it's in this November. Dixie's playable. There's Donkey, Diddy, and Dixie. They're all playable. And there's one more character that they did say that they will not talk about yet.
Yes.
A lot of people are speculating it's Kiddy Kong because that would bring the All-Star cast from the original Donkey Kong Country back.
Which makes sense.
I could see them doing that, yeah. So it might be that, but they're not talking about that yet. But they a couple things are different, like
the camera angle. Oh my god.
The camera angle, yes. The camera zooming all around. And it looks just the dynamic with it looks really really interesting. Other than that, it's just it's looking really solid.
And the underwater levels are back too.
Underwater levels, yes, underwater levels. And instead of the blowing on the flowers and stuff, you pull on stuff and you carry enemies kind of like Super Mario Brothers 2. They were pulling a lot of similarities with that in the developer direct. So so you can carry enemies and throw stuff and stuff. So it's pretty much like it's a sequel to Donkey Kong Country Returns. It's doing a lot of the same stuff, but it's also doing a couple new stuff. So it looks good. So and no Crumlings back, unfortunately, but the boring tikis are gone, and they got these Viking animals, which, yes, they're no Crumlings, but already I'm liking them more. Yes, exactly. They're more variety than the tikis. So tikis are gone. We got Viking animals, and they look pretty awesome. They look pretty badass. So, and they also emphasize how good the game looks. Because now with the Wii U's Tekken HD, how they were emphasizing how they wanted to make Donkey Kong look really furry, and he does look really furry. It looks really good. So can't wait to get that.
Next one.
Bayonetta 2. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, the first gameplay for it. Okay. Bayonetta 1 was a huge action game that came off of the heels of Devil May Cry, and it basically showed Devil May Cry what was up, and this new one is even more crazy. They talked about back when they first were showing them developing it, they talked about how they wanted to make the scope of it the same as like when you were fighting the final boss of the first game. They wanted that feeling.
I think they beat the first game.
Yeah, they wanted that feeling throughout like the entire second game, and they're doing it. Like you're fighting on like a jet, and you're doing all these combos, and you can do off. I think they said off TV. I think they said off TV play. I'm not sure. And then you can do touchscreen as well with the you can do off TV play because that's how you do the touchscreen stuff. But you like to do the touchscreen for certain commands and stuff. It looks really interesting, but I'm not sure. It just I'd have to see more about it. I have to hear it described.
Her look is different too. Like she has short hair now.
And Jean, if you know Jean from the first game, she grew out her hair. Because before it was...
So they switched.
Yeah, they switched. It's really, really weird. And she's got Bayonetta, same style, but her outfit is a little bit different. Yeah. So it's like, it's looking good. That, 2014 though. 2014 for that. And then...
Project X is next.
Project X, they talk about, Project X, Microsoft's project. Basically, once again, they just showed a bit more off of it. It's looking good. That was also confirmed for 2014, so that's another 2014 game. So far, they got... coming this holiday, Pokemon X and Y, October 12th. Also in October, we got Wii Party U, and what was the October? It was Wind Waker HD.
Yeah.
November's Donkey Kong. We also got
September's One for 101.
Yeah, September's One for 101. August 4th for Pikmin 3, I think. They talk about Pikmin 3 at the Direct or no?
I think that was off the Direct.
I think that was on the developers one though.
Yeah.
But they just showed more of Pikmin 3 off and everything at the developers Direct, but not during the actual Direct. So you got all these games coming out this year, but then for next year you got Mario Kart 8, Bayonetta 2, and Project X. The last one was Smash 4, Super Smash Brothers. We knew it was coming, and they showed the trailer, and it showed both 3DS and Wii U. 3DS is like more I want to say like cartoony cell shading, and they added outlines so you can see it on the smaller screen easier, which is it looks really good. Whereas the Wii U one looks more HD.
And the characters they showed first, like they showed the basic Mario, they showed
Samus, Pikachu, Kirby, Link, Star Fox, and then Pit's back. I was actually glad about that. Which coming off of Kid Icarus Uprising, was there any doubt? I mean,
it's his new look.
And they're updating a lot of attacks they talked about it, and certain things updated too, like Bowser, who's always hunched over, now he's actually standing up.
And Samus looks like other Metroid, other M.
Metroid, other M, so they're updating like they usually do. Then they also did announce that in the developers direct, certain stages will be exclusive between versions, which is really, really nice.
And they also showed some new characters that were not in the other games before.
Animal Crossing Villager, which I'm excited for. And the big one, Mega Man.
Mega Man.
And it's his original NES look. Not the not the 8-bit look, but like how they were talking about it, how IGN was basically saying how it's more like the powered up remake that was on PSP. He looks a little bit like that. But yeah, and he's got a lot of it. He's based on his Mega Man. He's mostly based on his Mega Man 2 persona, and he's got like all these powers from the different Raw Masters and everything up. He looks really good. And then afterwards, on the actual during the developers direct, they showed off the most oddball character, the Wii Fit trainer,
the female one.
Yes, the female one, and honestly, I welcome it because you see the trailer for it, and she's actually
She's fun to use.
Yeah, she looks really fun to use. She's crazy. She uses all these yoga moves to basically attack people. Her final smash is fucking crazy, sending all these colored silhouettes across the screen and everything.
Yeah.
But
and they did show Samus's final smash too.
So they didn't show it much more. You know, there's a couple stages. There was like a Kakariko Village from Twilight Princess stage, a Skyloft stage from Skyward Sword that looks a little bit like the Delfino Isle Plaza one that was in Brawl, where it like lifts you around and let's lift around the island. And then there was a Spirit Tracks one on the train, which looks pretty friggin' sweet. And then Battlefield was back. You know, a couple others like that. There was a Nintendogs one I think I seen that. From what it sounded like, that one might be 3DS exclusive stage. I would say that. But that game's also confirmed 2014, which honestly, yes, it's next year, so it's not this year, which honestly I wasn't expecting this year, but it's earlier than I expected. So yeah, you know. That's basically it.
Yeah.
They had the developers, like I said, direct, where they talk about Pikmin 3 some more. They talked about A Link to the Past. Link to the Past 2 is a new subtitle. Instead of A Link to the Past 2, it's Legend of Zelda, Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
That comes out this holiday. Yoshi's Island 3DS is now Yoshi's New Island. Also comes out this holiday. What else was there? I can't think of if there was anything else. They did leave some stuff out. Some stuff was completely absent from their conference. The big two that I know that I noticed they were completely absent were Yarn Yoshi and Mario Party 3DS.
Yep.
I don't know where those went, but we get Nintendo Directs basically once every month or two now, so we'll get some more info on that eventually. But honestly, they kicked it out of the park because it's like they gave me everything I wanted, and it's just like, you know. I did find out afterwards, actually, just before we making this video, I did find out they almost did show off the new Wii U Zelda, but they decided not to because they wanted to work on it a little bit more. But Miyamoto himself did say they're actually making some headway in development, so they're actually in development on the Wii U, so we could actually see that sooner rather than later, the way they're talking about it. But they didn't want to show it just yet. Then again, they said the same thing about Retro's project, and we had to wait a whole year to see that again. But who knows? We'll see that in the future. But honestly, with Smash Bros, we already have two other Zelda titles to really look at. You know, HD remake of Wind Waker, one of the best Zelda games ever made, and you know, a sequel to Link to the Past 2 on 3DS coming out this holiday. The classic top-down view, as well as we just got the Oracles on the 3DS and everything. You know, so much. We already got so much Zelda that, you know, I can wait a little bit for Zelda Wii U. New Mario Kart, you know, all this crazy stuff, you know. It's crazy. I honestly say this was on par with 2010, I would say, because it's just they had no systems to announce, and honestly, it was all about games. And honestly, the move to Nintendo Direct, I didn't mind it. It worked out for the better because they got so many. The only thing I would have liked is the fan reaction, you know, when they showed the Smash Brothers trailer. That would have been sweet. But yeah, other than that, you know, they got a strong lineup for this year for both Wii U and 3DS, both first party and third party, and they're already starting off with a bang for next year. Like I said, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, Bayonetta 2, and Project X, and you know, it's looking better and better. So
and I guess the reason they did choose the 8, go back to that real quick, is because there's one track that it's pretty much an 8, and it has like that, what do you call it? There's a certain phrase for that word.
It's a figure 8. It
has like those twists.
It's twisted. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's twisted to where 1 minute you're like driving, and then you're driving like, you know, regular, then you're driving like, oh, you're on the wall, then you're underneath it and everything, and it's going, and you're in the sky like on this loop and everything. So it's like, yeah, that's why they called it 8. They're like, oh, why not call it Mario Kart 8? But I'm pretty much guessing that. Then again, we never know because they had subtitles for the longest time. But I'm pretty much guessing from here on out, because now we have 7, now we have 8. They're probably going to be numbered from here on out. But we'll see. But yeah, I would honestly give it 10 out of 10.
Same here.
They won it for me. I mean,
definitely.
I mean, and once again, like I said before, Nintendo, Sony. I mean, Sony wasn't that far off from Nintendo. They were not. They were as close to perfect as could be. Nintendo was perfect. Microsoft,
It's a death of Microsoft. Let's put it that way.
I know. I think so too. I think they'll still be making game systems because they have money to afford it. But
yeah.
I don't. But it's just I just don't think they'll ever be competent ever again with gaming. But
Yep.
but who knows? You know, things happen. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for Nintendo. It's been a great E3, and we're still waiting. 9 o'clock tonight. We're still there's gonna be the Pokemon one. So there's one more thing to watch or look up on. So we'll be tuning into that. So yep. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.